For some odd reason, people are quick to criticize Paul George, and PG's getting a lot of blame for the Clippers' loss in Game 6 and their loss to the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. I don't see it that way. I thought Paul George was pretty darn good. For everybody that's blaming Paul George for the Clippers' loss, I'm asking you, did y'all blame LeBron James for the Lakers' first-round loss to the Suns? Because I didn't. I didn't blame LeBron. I blamed Anthony Davis for most of it. Paul George was better against the Suns than LeBron was against the Suns. The Clippers were a lot more competitive against Phoenix than the Lakers were. Both series went 6 games. Paul George won games. Kawhi wasn't there at all. The Lakers didn't win when Anthony Davis went down. So what are y'all saying? I'm just asking that question. I'm a diehard Laker fan, but, I just call a spade a spade. For all the people out there calling out Paul George, he had one incredible game where he dropped 41. He was a rebounding machine. He had to essentially be the lead facilitator for the Clippers offense. He's their best defender, not named Patrick Beverly. Y'all asked that man to do a lot. He had to switch literally in the middle of the playoffs. He had to switch from a 2 to a 1. LeBron was already the one in L.A., So I'm just saying, hey, man. I don't look at that Clippers loss as anything on the character or the game of Paul George. Matter of fact, I got more respect for PG coming out of this postseason run. I'll never call him Pandemic P again. I won't call him Way Off P again. Now, I don't mean I'm going to call him Playoff P, but all the disrespect that man has gotten over the last few years, I feel like he wiped it out. No more disrespect to Paul George. He was, in all things considered, pretty darn good to me. Now, what I am looking at a little differently here is Kawhi Leonard. I'm disappointed in Kawhi, and not because he got injured. I mean, this dude is incredible. He's one of the 5, 6 best hoopers we got in the world. Kawhi Leonard is incredible. Be clear, that man was balling out of this postseason, and he got injured against Utah. He couldn't get out there. I'm not mad at Kawhi Leonard for not being able to make it out on the court for his Clippers team against the Suns. We just got the report yesterday before Game 6 that Kawhi wasn't going to be able to make it back for 6, and even if it went to 7, he wasn't going to be there. I don't know if Kawhi would have gave it a go in the NBA Finals. I know he just celebrated his 30th birthday. We saw him in the stands in Game 3. I didn't like that. I thought that was whack. Your team's on the court fighting it out, and you're somewhere kicked up in a box. Come on, bro, get down there with your troops, man. Now, if it's about his injury, if he didn't want to, be around the guys and be that close to the other guys on the sideline because he needed some space for his knee, I get it. But if he could be down there, it would be great to have a guy on the second row maybe behind the team. You're Kawhi Leonard. You're one of the best. You take away a guy that's on the ball as much as Kawhi, and then he leaves. He essentially leaves the Clippers team. I don't know if Kawhi's been communicating with his Clippers squad or not behind the scenes. I hope he has, because you can't just take somebody away from your team like that. On the court physically, taking him away is one thing, but if you take him away emotionally and mentally, you're asking a lot of that Clippers team when your heart and your soul leaves physically and mentally. So hopefully he was talking to the team behind the scenes. I know he ain't talked to the media at all. I thought that was whack. I don't know why these athletes are so privileged. Y'all make a lot of money because of how great y'all are at the game of basketball, but also because people watch the product that y'all put out. Let's understand the relationship. It's fans watch the game. ESPN, Turner does big basketball TV ratings. The NBA negotiates with those networks for more money. When the NBA gets more money, that's how y'all get bigger contracts. That's the relationship. It's but that relationship starts with the fans. And for some reason, Kawhi ain't never treated me like a fan, like a real. I don't see him doing autograph signings like that. I don't see him going out of his way to talk to the media. If he don't want to give us much of his personality, whatever. I don't really care to know who you dating or all that, who you in the club with, whatever. I don't care about all that stuff. But when I'm watching this product with my friends and I'm thinking, do I want to do a watch party for Games 3, Game 4? Do I want to go to the bar for Game 5? And I don't know if Kawhi Leonard is playing or not. Or I don't know if he's even available. Or hell, I don't even know if the man's went through surgery or not. Or if the man has plans on trying to come back. Or is he done for the year? Has he shut it down? That's ridiculous to me. What product do you invest in when you know little about it? Can you imagine being a Clippers fan? You're a kid and your favorite player is Kawhi Leonard, and he just goes 0 dark 30 on you? Again, you being hurt, one thing, that's part of the game. We couldn't get one. Like, just show me you love this. Like, show me you trying to get back. Just tell me. You don't got social media. Just walk up to the podium one time. Yo, I'm trying my hardest to get back. Yo, until I get back, we gonna champion these Clippers. My Clipper teammates, they're doing a great job without me. We can't get that as fans. If you give it to your team, great. But your team ain't the one they ain't the ones helping you pay your bills. You know what I mean? Like the fans are the ones that create the relationship, the dynamic that makes you a rich man. You can't do nothing without the fans. And I think a lot of these athletes forget that. You ain't nothing without the fans. And when I address us, like, yo, I ain't asking for a 3.5 essay. Can you holler at us? Let us know what's going on. Let me feel good about being a fan of Kawhi. Let me know you trying to get back to this court. Let me know you doing everything in your power to get out there. I ain't seen none of that. And he's a free agent in a couple weeks if he wants to be. I ain't like how Kawhi played it. People blaming Paul George today. I don't get it. I'm not blaming Kawhi Leonard's injury, But if, and I don't know this, if the same way Kawhi handled the media and the fans during his injury, if that remotely was the same way he handled his Clippers teammates, I think Paul George and that Clippers team, Reggie Jackson and company, deserve even more credit for keeping that group together when their leader went 0 dark 30 in the middle of the playoffs on them.